Welcome. If you're listening to this, chances are you care about staying active, or you've had a recent reminder of how quickly that can change, often due to pain. Most people don't see it coming. They're coping, carrying on, and doing what they've always done, until one ordinary moment becomes one step too far.
Welcome to the 3 Rules to Stay Active for Life. I'm Gavin Routledge, a lifestyle medicine professional, osteopath and author. And in this podcast, I'll share a few simple frameworks to help you suffer less pain and feel more confident about your current and future health. Let me ask you a simple question. How many times could you stand up from a chair in 30 seconds without using your hands? You'll recognise this. It's one of the tests we use in the Active for Life Index. It's a test of lower body strength, and it's very strongly predictive of what kind of quality of life you're likely to have as you get older. So the real question is, can you actually get stronger as you get older? Here's the good news. Yes, you can. Unless you're already highly trained, there is a very strong chance that you can get stronger as you age, especially if you haven't pushed yourself much before. Even if you've exercised for years, you can still get stronger by changing how you exercise. I've seen this myself. I trained consistently for decades, but latterly I certainly wasn't getting stronger. If anything, I was slowly declining. It was only when I changed how I trained, not how often, but how, that I started to get stronger again. So yes, it is absolutely possible. Now, why does that matter? Why does strength matter? Because strength is one of the strongest predictors of independence in later life. If you want to stay active and independent, able to do the things you enjoy, strength really matters. It shows up everywhere in your life. Getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying things, just moving confidently. Strength is what keeps everyday life feeling easy. It also affects your weight. Muscle is metabolically active tissue, which means it uses energy even at rest. If you lose muscle, your metabolism drops and it becomes easier to gain fat, often around your middle. So maintaining strength helps your body manage energy more effectively, even when you're not exercising. Strength also supports your bones. When you load your muscles, you load your bones. That stimulus helps to maintain bone strength and reduces the risk of fractures in older age. And that links directly to falls, one of the biggest risks as you get older. The stronger you are, the less likely you are to fall, and the better able you are to recover if you do. There's also an immune component to strength. You see, your muscles aren't just for movement. They're what we call endocrine organs. They produce signaling molecules called myokines, which help to regulate inflammation and support your immune function. So using your muscles well actually helps your body cope better with stress and illness. So strength isn't just about having big muscles. It doesn't even require big muscles. Strength is one of the few things that improves multiple systems at once: movement, metabolism, bone health, and immunity, just to mention some. And this is where it links back to the bigger picture. Remember our cliff of pain? So the cliff of pain is also the cliff of health. If you lose strength, you move closer to both pain and ill health. If you build strength, you move away from both. Now, coming back to that test, the 30 seconds sit to stand test. It's not about whether your number is good or bad. It's about what it does over time. Are you maintaining? Are you improving? Or are you slowly losing ground? Because if you're not measuring, there's a very strong chance that you're drifting. You just don't see it yet. And that drift can be subtle. You don't suddenly lose strength. You adapt. Are you using your arms more to get out of a chair? Are you avoiding lower seats? Are you choosing the easier option without really thinking about it? That's how it happens. It's like money slowly leaking from a bank account you never check. You're not falling. You're drifting closer to the edge. So, how do you actually get stronger? In simple terms, you have to challenge your muscles close to their limit. Now, just to give you a little bit of the science behind this, your body only adapts when it's given a reason to. When you challenge a muscle properly, you recruit more muscle fibers, particularly the larger, stronger ones that don't get used much in everyday life. That's the signal your body responds to. Without that signal, there's no real reason for your body to maintain or to build strength. And here's something that surprises a lot of people. Getting stronger isn't just about your muscles getting bigger. A big part of it is your nervous system becoming more efficient. Your brain and central nervous system get better at switching on more muscle fibers and switching them on more quickly. Here's a simpler way perhaps to think about it. It's like having a team of people available, but only ever using half of them and fewer as you get older. But if you train properly, you don't necessarily add more people to the team, you just get better at using the ones you already have. More of them show up and they work together more effectively. And that is where a lot of your increased strength comes from. Now, to achieve this, we need what we call progressive overload. Over time, you ask a little bit more of the system. Not all at once, but gradually. And your body adapts. This is totally attuned with start low and build slow. So if something feels easy and you can do it over and over again, you're probably not building strength. You're maintaining, perhaps, which is useful, but you're not moving the dial. To build strength, the effort has to be high enough to challenge you, safely and progressively. Now, if you're not sure how to do that safely, it's well worth booking a few sessions with one of the ActiveX exercise team. And as I said earlier, this is where the second rule comes in. Start low and build slow. You don't need to do everything at once, but you do need to be consistent. Small improvements, repeated over time, will change your trajectory. And it's important to relate this to your life. What do you actually want to be able to do in 5, 10, or 20 years' time? Do you want to carry luggage, get that hand luggage into the overhead compartment without asking for help? Do you want to play golf? Do you want to do all the things in the garden you're used to doing? Lift grandchildren, move confidently? That's what you should be building strength for. And this is part of how you protect your future self. Between check-ins, the goal isn't to chase a number, it's to build capacity, to build your ability over time, and to notice that things feel a little easier. Yeah, getting out of a chair becomes easier. Carrying things, bending over, stooping over in the garden, all of these things get easier the stronger you get. And that helps you feel a bit more confident about your future. So stay consistent. And this is exactly why we check in 4 times a year. So small changes don't go unnoticed. And so that you stay ahead of the drift rather than reacting to it later. Remember, you don't have to fix everything. You just need to start where you are, because ultimately this isn't about the test. It's about maintaining the life that you want. It's about staying active for life. And strength is a big part of that. So as I wrap up this episode, just take a moment to ask yourself what one small step might help you move a little bit further back from the edge. And maybe that's just making an appointment to go and see somebody about your strength, or maybe it's starting to actually work on strength in a new way, something that you've not done before. Okay, I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye for now. If today's episode sparked a shift in how you think about your body or your health, don't try to change everything at once. Choose one small action this week, something that nudges you towards staying active rather than avoiding discomfort. That's how confidence is rebuilt. You'll find further episodes exploring the 3 rules and the habits that matter most, not by doing more, but by doing things better. This program is provided for general information only and should not be taken as medical advice. If you have persistent or worsening symptoms, please seek appropriate medical guidance.